we got yet another developers Q&A in Call of Dragons, which means we're gonna check what's coming to the game in the future, what the developers are actually thinking about in the game, and what's really coming, right? I read a couple of the questions and answers, and then I decided that while it will be interesting to check out because I saw some really interesting additions which developers were speaking in this Q&A, right? So yeah, Q&A 21, let's not waste too much time and let's try to understand what we are getting in the game, right? Question number 1, for honorary membership daily gifts, we have to select tokens for a particular hero, but sometimes particular tokens cannot meet my demand. Could we switch to universal hero tokens instead? Question is pretty interesting, right? To provide you with a more flexible progression experience, we will adjust the types of hero tokens available from some mechanics, including honorary membership daily gifts in a version 1043. The hero tokens obtained from daily gifts will be changed to universal hero tokens, so you will never have to claim the particular tokens only for heroes you already have. In addition, the reward from certain other events and the gameplay mechanics will be changed from generation-specific hero tokens to universal hero tokens. So basically, it's like a first time we are seeing some kind of changes which they are thinking about in terms of legendary tokens and plus daily VIP tokens, right? So daily VIP tokens will be universal tokens, and in general, the G1, G2, G3, and so on will be changed in some way, right? In a way that whole system will be looking a little bit different, which is really interesting. It will give us way more flexibility. Of course, universal hero tokens are more valuable than hero specific ones because you will have your own decision, right? Which hero you want to increase the levels. So yeah, really interesting. Let's see what's gonna happen, right? Question number 2. Too many players migrated out of some realms mid-season, so we hope to see some restrictions placed on migration. When the season, well, yeah, of course, maybe it's a good idea to put some restrictions or not, because, well, I guess I have not faced this problem, so I might not have the correct opinion on this problem. So what's the answer? When the new season first started, we noticed that some players decided to leave the realms and migrate to another ones in order to regroup. This had a negative impact on players that decided to remain in their home realms. We hope that in the future such regrouping can be finished before the new season starts. To improve the mid-season combat experience, we will adjust the number of migration permits required for mid-season migrations. If a player migrates during the first 21 days of a new season, the migration permits cost will be increased by 50%. So example, if a player migrates after the season finishes, it will cost 10 migration point permits. If player migrates on a day 1 of this new season instead, then the cost will be 50 migration permits. So generally, everybody is looking for a best possible values in Kingdom Builder games, and I think getting way more value with the less migration permits to migrate early will force players to actually do it early, right? So yeah, let's see how it will impact, right? There will be, of course, some players who will still do it, but of course, way more will be migrating. Well, the permits will be costing 10, right? The question number 3. Right now in Alliance Mobilization, we can't cancel quests we have selected by accident, and it's also too difficult to refresh the quest we actually want to do. Right now I have this event, my Alliance Mobilization, and I truly believe those are small problems of this event, right? Regarding the current inability to cancel quests that you have accepted accidentally, we will fix this in a version 1.43. After that update, canceling quests will no longer deduct your quest count. After canceling, however, you won't be able to accept that quest again. Yeah, nice. To improve your quest experience further, future patches will introduce personal quests to Alliance Mobilization, allowing you to select and refresh those personal quests for you. So basically, in Alliance Mobilization, for free-to-play players, there is a limited amount of quests which you can actually do. If they will add more easier and like less costly quest to more of a low spenders or free to play players, of course it will be way better. Question number 4. Right now, each alliance can build a single alliance siege bastion, which means that by the end, the battle lines are deadlocked with too many bastions, which is true. Thanks for the feedback. We also noticed that as the season progresses, more and more realms have to prepare extra alliances in their home realms in order to access more alliance siege bastions. This is not only makes the gameplay more troublesome for alliance officers and members, but also creates serious strategic problems across the season. As a single realm must set up territories for multiple alliances inside the same area. Therefore, that's the important one, we plan to adjust this mechanic by setting an upper limit on the number of siege bastions that can be built by alliance/realms in a starting region each season. This will prevent players from abusing siege bastions while also allowing a single alliance to build multiple alliance siege bastions, thus reducing the workload of the alliance members. These specific rules are still in development, and since this change will significantly impact seasonal strategies and planning, we will proceed cautiously when implementing adjustments. Please stay tuned. Well, from my own experience, my alliance, and I'm pretty sure a lot of players' alliances, are creating some extra alliances in Home Kingdom in order for us to have more bastions, which is true for ourselves, for pirates, and many other alliances, right? Which that type of gameplay should not really exist, right? Alliance has a different meaning in Kingdom Builder games, and I believe that needed to be changed, right? You are in one alliance, you built that one alliance, and you are playing with it, right? So yeah, let's see what they're gonna do regarding that. The question number 5. The strategic world map has an impressionistic style which makes precise planning difficult. We have to lower the camera to the lowest setting to view things properly. That's the answers. Thanks for the feedback. To improve your overall strategic planning, we will introduce a new, more zoomed out viewing mode, which will be accessible by simply continuing to zoom out from the highest zoom level. In this new viewing mode, you will be able to see wider map area while certain details such as trees will be hidden. You will have a clearer view of strategic elements like mountains, bridges, and passes, allowing alliances to plan routes more precisely and make better informed strategic decisions during battles, right? So, my opinion regarding this, as I have said many times, I believe the best product which Call of Dragons can sell is the PvP gameplay, right? Helping alliances having more fun and adjusting the small details of the PvP gameplay, of course, will be great for the overall game, right? So, yeah, let's see how it will look, right? Question number 6, which is pretty big. Right now, the Alliance Bounty feature does not distinguish between unit types and levels in completed bounty quests, which prevents infantry players from being rewarded for their contributions on the battlefield. Also, some players can exploit the system to get extra rewards, right? Yeah, that's true. That's true. Thanks for your enthusiasm towards this feature. Since we first launched the Alliance Bounty system, we have received lots of feedback. After reviewing discussing these comments, we have decided to plan to implement the following adjustments in near future. Number 1, add the ability to set restrictions on the unit types and levels in Alliance bounties related to merits, dead units, and resource healing, allowing for more precise quest managements, right? Increase the rewards ratio for bounties related to alliance building, construction, or destructions, allowing members who participate to earn more rewards, which is nice. Adjust the probability for Alliance members to contribute mana when donating battle supplies during daily activities. The higher city level, the greater the chance that supplies it produce will be mana. This change will reduce the effectiveness of using alternative accounts to produce mana. Okay, adjust the probability for Alliance members to contribute mana when donating battle supplies. Alright, nice. Add mid-season summary of late-season summary rewards, including appropriate amount of dragon coins to encourage alliances to do their best throughout the entire season. Alright, this is huge, right? At first it was like all about Alliance bounty feature, but in the end, the last 3 and 4 editions, yeah, this is huge. Let's see. Question number 7. The late game experience in the Battle Abyss is awful. Enemies often hide at the spawn point and use buffs to earn merits unfairly. Thanks for the feedback. The original purpose of the save zones in starting area was to give the weaker side an opportunity to regroup and recover, preventing one side from being totally overwhelmed. However, they saw it and they are going to change and check the Battle Abyss in a different way, so it won't gonna be like that, right? Question number 8, and let's see. Battle reports seem cluttered, making it difficult to locate key info. I can compare the numerical differences in buffs, but I can't really tell what the differences are between my forces and the enemies, making it hard for me to understand what I should do to boost the effectiveness of the report, of the Legion. So basically all about the reports which we are getting after fights, right? Which is a good question. Thanks for the feedback. So what they are going to add? Add an analysis of buff sources to identify which systems provide persistent boosts, allowing you to improve your power in more targeted way. Add the battle report summary feature, allowing players to view the losses in heroes, warpads, and artifacts more clearly across a series of complex battles. Yeah, I think Call of Dragons for a long time needed something like that. Actually, after the introduction of the warpads, because players need to understand by the numbers and not understand. They actually want to see what's the difference between them and the player who are there fighting in a current moment. Question number 9. A few of our small alliances teamed up to defeat our opponents and get a KVK victory, but since we don't have many people, it's hard to gather enough players at the same time to beat the final dragon. Thanks for the feedback. We plan to improve the dynamic difficulty systems of Behemoth. So yeah, dynamic means that the dragon or the Behemoth difficulty will be adjusted by the power or maybe the number of the members who will be inside the layer. This is generally what dynamic means, right? Question number 10. We'd like to some selective rewards to be added to the top tier of the Titans Legacy, which is the Compendium. We will continue to add more exclusive artifacts, future updates. The general plan is as follows. Plan additions for version 1.1 Infernal Flame, Rattle Spear, Village of the Sanctus, Deathless Wines, Goldcrest, Oath of the Stormpeak will be available in Titans Legacy events that open after the update. Alright, some great artifacts are going there. Then will be like after 2 updates, 4, 5, Spiritbone Torque, Mirage Orb, Gauntlet Crossbow, and Wolf Whole Horn. After the content above goes live, we plan to gradually add rewards as a rate of 2 exclusive artifacts every 4 months. Question number 11, which is the last question. In the final phase of Brink of War, we wish that Realms would be able to catch up in overall score by increasing the strength of the members. To enhance your combat experience in Brink of War, we plan to switch. Alright, wait. We plan to switch in order of phase 2, gathering forces, and 3, preparing for war. Alright, so gathering will be day task 2, and the order of phase 2, well, preparing for war will be the last one, right? Which is training legions. So yeah, some really important and interesting things which was spoken in this Q&A, and I'm pretty sure basically all the fighters and all the players who are playing Call of Dragons on a daily basis should have read it, but if you missed it, here it is the video. You can actually watch it. I'm gonna put timestamps there, so it will be easier for you guys to check out the question and answers which you are interested in the most, right? As always, if you like the video, press like, subscribe, share. It always gives me more and more motivation to make more content for this game. I wish everybody an amazing day, morning and night. We are going to see each other really, really soon. Bye bye and good luck.